Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me Gauri. Today I'm sharing 3 flavors of ice cream using 1 liter milk and 1 cup of fresh cream. So let's see how to make this tasty, delicious and creamy ice cream. For this I have taken 1 liter of full fat milk. So we need to boil this milk. Before that, keep some milk aside because we have to mix in some powders. So by the time we mix it, the milk will start to boil. The first powder is glycerol monosterate, that is called as GMS powder. You'll get it easily in Amazon or in any of the baking supply store or any good supermarkets. So you need to add around 3 tablespoons of it. This is for the doubling. I mean, while we cream it, it will become double in size. And we have taken half a teaspoon of CMC powder. This is to prevent the ice cream from melting and to prevent the formation of the ice crystals in the ice cream. And then add in 3 tablespoons of corn flour or arrowroot powder. Do not use maida or wheat flour. And just mix it really well till there are no lumps in it, till it becomes very creamy. And now our milk is boiled. It started to boil, and you need to add in 1 and 1/4 cup of sugar. So later I've added some more sugar because I felt it was less. And now add the the mixture. And now you need to stir it continuously because we have added the sugar plus the corn flour, and since I'm using a steel vessel, it may stick to the bottom, so it is very important to stir it continuously. And I forgot to add the milk powder in the beginning, so you need to add 3 tablespoons of milk powder. Just mix it with some milk and add it so that there are no lumps of it. And now you need to make it thicken, so just let it boil and then wait for 2 to 3 minutes and it will be really thick. And now Sylvia can see how thick it is. So I'm adding sugar right now because I felt it was less. So 1/4 cup of sugar more. That is total 1.5 cup of sugar. You can adjust it according to your taste. But this was a perfect one for me. And now you can see it has started to thicken, and we can switch off the flame, and we need to freeze this overnight. After it cools down, transfer into a container and you need to freeze it. And this is how you'll get it in the next morning if you're making it in the night before. And you just need to keep it out 5 minutes so that it becomes kind of soft and we can easily break it. So it'll be better if you can put the whole thing in a big mixing bowl and then break it into chunks. So initially it will be really hard. And now we need to use our electric beater and we need to beat it really well. So initially you may feel it difficult to churn, but later it becomes very fluffy and triple in size almost. Triple in volume. You can see the creaminess. So that's how the commercial ice creams are made, even though there are some more things that are added. But this is also a kind of a commercial ice cream. And now it's done. So now we need to whip up fresh cream. So I've taken 1 cup of fresh cream. Instead, you may use dairy whipping cream, but it was not available, so I used fresh cream. Non-dairy whipping creams are also preferred, but comparatively, dairy whipping creams or dairy fresh cream would be much better. That is, fresh cream or dairy whipping cream would be much better compared to the non-dairy. But if nothing is available, you can definitely use non-dairy whipping cream. And then add it to the milk mixture which we had beaten. And then again mix it well using the electric beater. You can see it has tripled in volume and you can see the creaminess and the... Okay, so let's now flavor the ice creams. For this I have taken 8 strawberries. So I had washed it well and I froze it. That is why you may use fresh strawberries instead. And now add it into a pan and then add in enough of water to cook it well. So initially I added a little more, so I took out some because the water content was too much. And then add in sugar according to your taste. I'm adding little more later while churning it in the mixie. And now you need to cook it. So I took some water out because I felt it was too much. And now once it's well cooked and it became soft, you can transfer it to your mixer grinder and make a smooth puree out of it. Now I'm adding some more sugar as I felt it was a little bit sour. So it depends upon the sweetness of your strawberry. And now I've taken 3 containers, which is 1 liter capacity. So you can see how much ice cream we have got. That is why I took 1 liter capacity 3 containers. So you may make either 2 ice creams or 3 ice creams or 4 ice creams, and you can flavor it accordingly. But I have made only 3 flavors out of it, and I've transferred equally. Now for making the butterscotch, we need to make praline. So you need to add 1/3 cup of sugar and some water into a hot vessel, and you need to caramelize it in low flame, and then add 20 to 25 almonds. And then for a good flavor, I'm adding some butter, so around half a teaspoon of butter. Then once it's melted really well, you can transfer this into a greased plate. I've used a steel greased plate, or you may use your countertop which is greased well with oil. And then later when it cools down, you just need to crush it using the back of your mortar and pestle, or you can use some hard substance to do it. Try not to use a mixie, or if you really want it to be more smaller, you can use a mixie. And now for making the cookie and cream ice cream, I have taken 6 Oreo cookies. So you need just to crush it. It is better not to use mixie, but if you like the powdered form of it, it's fine. But this is how cookie and cream is made. Usually chunks of it are added. And added to one of the ice cream container which we had transferred before. So it is better to add these cookies when the ice cream is semi-solid, because it will not sink in the bottom. But mine had sinked in the bottom, so I had to mix it in between so that it does not go in the bottom. So it is always better to add the cookies when it is semi-solid. And I have melted 1 tablespoon of milk chocolate. And this is optional, but it enhances the taste. So it is better to add. And now mix it really well, and you need to freeze it overnight, or around 7 to 8 hours mostly, and depends upon the the freezer you're using. And I'm adding some vanilla essence, and that's it. Close the lid. It should be airtight container, and keep it in your freezer. Now the next ice cream is a strawberry one, so I'm adding a little bit of strawberry essence also, 1/8 teaspoon of it, and then add the strawberry syrup or the puree which we had made. So instead you may use store-bought strawberry crush or strawberry syrup, but it is always preferred to use homemade, because when you buy it store-bought, you'll have more of sugar and less of strawberries. So if it is available with you, try to make it homemade, and that'll be much, much better. And now it's done. Now let's make the butterscotch ice cream. For this, I have just crushed the praline, as you can see, and I'm adding it. In this case also, it is better to add the praline when the ice cream is semi-solid, so as to prevent the sinking of it. And I'm adding some butterscotch essence also. So I have used a Baker's brand. You may use any good quality butterscotch essence. 1/4 teaspoon of it. And our butterscotch ice cream is also ready to go into the freezer. Now I'm scooping out all the ice cream. So make sure you take it out before 5 minutes, so that it's easy to scoop, whether it's store-bought or homemade ice cream. And you can see how perfectly it has come out. Only it has a very light pink color, but it is better to not add food colors. And I'm scooping out butterscotch. And the last one, which is cookie and cream. So you can see it is much more better, because I've kept it, while scooping the other two, it became more soft and it is very easy to scoop out. And you can see the texture of the ice cream, which is perfectly like store-bought ice creams. And I'm just topping it with some syrup and some sugar balls. So some strawberry syrup and some chocolate syrup. So instead, you may use praline on top of butterscotch and some crushed Oreos on top of cookie and cream. And our delicious, creamy and tasty ice creams are ready. Hope you all liked this video. If so, please do give it a big thumbs up. Share it with your friends and family. Comment down your feedback and suggestions. And subscribe to my channel for more such recipes. And you can see the texture and how creamy it is. So it is one of the perfect recipe for ice creams. And you may store this for quite a long time in your freezer, since this is like a commercial ice cream I have made, so it stays well in freezer. Thanks for watching. Bye.